Have you ever felt as though your entire world was crumbling around you, yet deep inside, something tells you this isn't the end? That you're being guided to a greater understanding, to a rebirth, but first, you must pass through the darkness? This is what many spiritual seekers call the dark night of the soul. It's a period of profound inner transformation, where everything you once knew is stripped away to reveal a deeper truth. In this video, we're going to explore the 5 unmistakable signs that you're going through a dark night of the soul. Stay with me, because what you're going through is part of a divine process. First, you'll experience a profound sense of isolation. It feels like no one can understand the inner turmoil you're going through. Even in a crowded room, there's a sense of disconnect, an invisible wall that separates you from the world. This loneliness, though, isn't a punishment. It's an invitation. It's the universe gently nudging you to turn inward, to sit with your thoughts, and to confront the shadows lurking in the corners of your mind. In moments like these, it's easy to feel abandoned or misunderstood. But the solitude you experience during this phase is essential for your growth. It's as if your soul craves the silence, the stillness, and the absence of distraction so that it can begin the work of healing. This is where true transformation happens, when you're not running away from your inner chaos, but facing it head-on. This stage, often called the dark night of the soul, isn't just about suffering, it's about purification. The layers of your false self, the ego, fears, and limiting beliefs are stripped away, leaving behind the raw, authentic version of who you are. It's uncomfortable, yes, but also deeply necessary. Like a caterpillar in a cocoon, your soul is undergoing a metamorphosis, preparing to emerge more aligned with its true essence. During this time, you may feel an intense desire to withdraw from others, and that's okay. The isolation allows for deep introspection, where you can reconnect with your higher self. Through solitude, you'll discover that the comfort you've been seeking externally has been within you all along. This is where healing begins, when you find solace in your own company. The second sign is the loss of identity. You may feel like you don't know who you are anymore. The labels you once identified with, your job, relationships, and even your long-held beliefs, start to dissolve. This can feel disorienting, like being stripped of your protective layers, leaving you vulnerable and exposed. But it's important to understand that this unraveling is not a breakdown, but a breakthrough. This process, often referred to as the dark night of the soul, is a spiritual rite of passage. It's a profound period of inner transformation where the ego, the identity you've built based on external validation and societal expectations, begins to crumble. The roles you've played, the definitions you've clung to, and the limitations you've accepted no longer serve you. As unsettling as this may feel, it is the precursor to something far greater, the emergence of your true self, unburdened by the weight of the past. During this time, it's common to experience confusion or a sense of loss. You might wonder, who am I without my career, my relationships, or my beliefs? But this is the universe's way of pushing you to explore your higher potential. The dismantling of the old you is essential for the higher version of yourself to take root. This new self is aligned with your soul's purpose, a version of you that is more authentic, empowered, and spiritually aware. As you shed the layers of your former identity, trust the process. Though it may be painful, you're creating space for something beautiful to emerge, a deeper, more enlightened version of yourself, ready to step into the fullness of your potential. The third sign is emotional upheaval. When you go through the dark night of the soul, emotions can become overwhelming, making it feel like you're lost in a storm of sadness, grief, anxiety, or even despair. It's as if you're standing at the edge of an ocean, and waves of these emotions are crashing over you, threatening to pull you under. But here's the powerful truth. These intense feelings aren't here to destroy you. They are a vital part of your spiritual cleansing process. Think of your emotional body like a container that has been accumulating emotional baggage for years, maybe even lifetimes. Every past hurt, unresolved trauma, and deep-seated fear gets stored within you. The dark night is when all of this emotional baggage rises to the surface, demanding to be released. It's the universe's way of helping you shed what no longer serves you, making room for a deeper connection with your true self. During this phase, it's crucial to allow yourself to feel without judgment. Society often teaches us to suppress or avoid uncomfortable emotions, but in the spiritual process, avoidance only prolongs the pain. By confronting your emotions head-on, without labeling them as good or bad, you permit yourself to heal. Remember, this phase isn't permanent. Just as the darkest hour comes before dawn, these emotions are temporary waves passing through you. As you release them, you create space for growth, peace, and clarity. Trust that after the storm, calm will return. You'll emerge from this experience lighter, more self-aware, and deeply connected to your authentic self. In essence, the dark night of the soul is not your undoing, but your rebirth. The fourth sign comes a crisis of faith. You may start to question everything you once believed in, your purpose, your spiritual path, even your connection to the divine. It's as though the spiritual ground beneath you has crumbled, leaving you in free fall. But here's the thing. This doubt is part of your awakening. Your faith isn't being destroyed, it's being refined. What you're experiencing is a deep recalibration, a chance to discover what's truly real for you on your spiritual journey. During spiritual growth, many find themselves in what feels like a void, where long-held beliefs no longer seem valid. This stage, often referred to as the dark night of the soul, is where everything you thought you knew feels shaky. But here's the beauty of it. This questioning is an invitation to realign with your highest truth. Think of it like a spiritual detox, purging old patterns, ideologies, and attachments that no longer serve you. This moment of uncertainty allows for a rebuilding process. As you let go of limiting beliefs, what remains is the core of your authentic self, untainted by external conditioning. It's uncomfortable but necessary for growth. Much like a forest fire clears away old debris to make room for new growth, your soul is clearing space for something far more profound to emerge. Doubt is not the enemy, it's the doorway to a deeper, more intimate connection with the divine. When your faith feels shaken, it's not the end of your spiritual path. It's the beginning of a more profound understanding. This is how spiritual evolution happens, by questioning, letting go, and eventually aligning with a higher truth that resonates on a soul level. You're not lost. You're shedding your old skin to reveal your true essence. The final sign is the moment of surrender. You may start to question everything you once believed in, your purpose, your spiritual path, even your connection to the divine. It's as though the spiritual ground beneath you has crumbled, leaving you in free fall. But here's the thing. This doubt is part of your awakening. Your faith isn't being destroyed, it's being refined. What you're experiencing is a deep recalibration, a chance to discover what's truly real for you on your spiritual journey. Remember, the dark night of the soul is a powerful initiation into a deeper level of consciousness. It may feel overwhelming, but it is not permanent. It's a sacred invitation to grow, to shed the old, and to rise stronger than before. If you're going through this, know that you're not alone. Many have walked this path before you, and many will follow. You are being prepared for something greater. If this video resonated with you, make sure to like and subscribe for more spiritual insights. And remember, even in the darkest of nights, your soul is never truly lost.